That I really miss about Japan is a hot spring culture, and the hot spring culture is very popular in Japan, and many people just take one day off, going to the mountain resort, stay in a ryokan, like a hotel, which has a very nice hot spring. And step into the hot tub, hot spring outside, outdoors hot spring, and relax and rejuvenate it. And at the usually mountain hotel or the ryokan, they have meals, like an evening meal, the morning meal, and so it's set, and you can go there. For me, I felt like that is kind of very expensive thing. So when I was in Japan, when I was younger, I didn't have much experience of going to ryokan, but I know a few times I went, very nice. And here in Colorado, for example, there's a hot spring, mountain hot spring, but it has a little bit different connotation. It's like a little bit, yeah, I think the intention is the same as the Japanese hot spring, but usually they don't have a food, meals associated with it, and you just go there for a couple hours or something like that. You know, like a strawberry hot springs is the one I liked. I went there like a couple of times, but you know, very crowded, and of course you bathe with the swimsuits and everything, co-ed, okay, and so it's okay, but you know, there's a Greenwood Spring, and the Steamboat Spring in Colorado. But it's not the same. For example, Greenwood Spring is a huge pool, swimming pool type of thing, but the people just bathe there in the hot water. So it's not the same. The Japanese hot spring is like usually catered for the people who wants to get away from the you know, hustle and bustles of city life and relax. In a very quiet, secluded area where the nature is around you. And so it's nicer. So I didn't miss it. I think one of the book I was talking about before, but it's Soseki Natsume's Kusamakura. The grass pillow in the English translation. It's about the guy who is a painting artist, go to the mountain resort, and going to this hot spring. And steep into the very warm water, and he felt very, very good in there. So that particular scene, just reading about it, it is very soothing, very relaxing, and also very healing, I would say. So at my home, quite often I take a bath in my bathtub, and I fill up the bathtub and then step into my body there, and then think about either this particular scenes of the Samakura. I think about it all the time actually, and or think about the time I went to the hiking on the very, very high mountains, and high mountain, the temperature gets colder and colder, but when it's sunny, when sunny spot and nobody's around, and you feel like very, very comfortable with the sun, and you just kind of lie down on the grass or lie down on the big rock, big boulder, for example. You lie down there, and heat, reflecting from the big rock, very warm, and so that I felt like it's very, very similar to the hot spring relaxation. And bathing at home become like a heaven for 10 minutes or 15 minutes. I really feel like that's the same effect. I think that's the most important thing. I think the temperature has to be just right to enjoy the hot spring. If it's too cold, it's not relaxing, it's not comfortable. It's too warm, too hot. You suffer because it's hot temperature. But just right temperature, you feel so comfortable, relaxing. I think this is something to do with the physiological functions of a human being or any animals, to keep your body temperature at a certain level for a while. I think that's cause you to relax. Probably instead of trying to warm yourself up, but environment gives you this warm feeling, and that's save the energy maybe, and so for your body it's easier. So that's a very, very important function of the hot tub. If I visit Japan now, my dream, I think my hope, dream is like going hiking, right? And avoiding the older peoples. I like to go hiking in the deep mountains, high mountains, and if there is a hot spring in there, hot spring resort there, I like to stay there for a while, and use this very, very nice outdoor hot spring, beautiful hot spring by the stream or something like that, in the woods. I like to strip myself in there.